Good evening, guys. I just wanted to come on here and just talk a little bit about me. I was just sitting here going through my YouTube videos, from the beginning when I started, and it was actually a really bad time for me. I was moving out of my place and I ended up homeless, sleeping in my car. Granted, I always kept a job, so I always had money. But looking at those videos, the thing in particular that I remember that often made me sad about that time, it wasn't so much that I was sleeping in my car or I didn't have a home. Not even that I knew people was looking down on me because of my situation. The hardest part about that whole thing was I was being trolled the whole time. I was being trolled the whole time I was going through a horrible experience in my life where I could have used someone to just be there, be comforting. Instead, I got a troll sent straight from the pits of hell. I mean, this person that I do not know in real life. They gaslighted me. They called me from crazy numbers, pretending to be someone who cared. And then would turn around and show their ugly head by doing things like saying, "Oh, I want to help you. Go to this store so I can buy you something to eat off my card," which I never needed any handouts. Like I said before, I always had a job, so I always had money. They would talk like they cared and then turn around and laugh in my face. Like, you see the head games that was being played. They would leave comments under my videos making fun of me or picking on me. All in hopes, I guess, to keep me down or just stop me all around, because I just could not understand why this person was doing this. I don't know this person. I've never met this person. And then I realized you gave this person a window into your life just by speaking to them. Just by speaking to them. And they took it and they ran with it. Guys, when I tell you this person tried to make my life so miserable, and all I did was speak to them, started off trying to uplift them. I think a lot of the times they took my words out of context, or they just didn't understand where I was coming from, but they took it as though I was coming against them, and it was never that. And even after I got on my feet, I still was nice to this person. I still supported their business. Spent over over $100 on their business a few times. And they still did me wrong. And it just makes me so sad that somebody you don't even know, that you did try to show love to, you did try to support, you did try to be there for the best of your abilities and your capacity, which you're able to do, to turn around in a moment that you needed somebody to be there for you the most, will kick you while you was already down. And I'm so happy I have my videos to remind me of this journey that I'm on. You know, just like watching these celebrities on TV, we've watched a lot of them grow. We've literally watched a lot of them from children to adults. We've watched them grow. They literally grew up in front of us. And I see that's what's happening on social media now. We're watching a lot of content creators grow. You know, it's not like I'm some rich person, but I'm so proud of myself. The way people have come at me, and I could have just given up. I could have just thrown in the towel, but I haven't. I'm really proud of myself. I'm really happy that I held on to the Lord when I've had no one. I'm so grateful to the Heavenly Father that He's never let these people kick me down so low where He couldn't get me back up. And that's what He's going to do for all of us children of God. He's going to keep us afloat. We have a duty to let the world know who our Father is and what He can do. But we have to know Him. We have to read His Word. We have to spend time with Him. I know for a fact that people that have done me wrong, God has come through with justice and still is. Maybe not in my time, but in His time, because they're attached to people that He loves. So He do everything so strategically, because we're all connected in some capacity. We're human beings. So He takes into account other people that these wicked people are attached to. And it's like, people can do you so dirty, but the moment you give them a taste of their own medicine, they cannot handle it. So I say this to say, child of God, this world is rough. It's been rough from the beginning because the sins that has taken place from the beginning. But if we stay close to the Lord, I promise you, He's not going to let this stuff slide. And it's the audacity for these people to think you're just supposed to stay in that same spot with trying to lift them up and care for them after they saw you in your worst time. They could have sent you money. They could have did for you. But they didn't. They chose to make fun of you. They chose to try to make you look bad in front of other people when you were already in a low spot. All I'm saying is forgive these people. Heal your heart from what they've done. Let God love on you. Let God send the right people that deserve to be a part of your life. And until He does that, He's working on you. Be okay with sitting alone and letting Him work on you. Following Christ is one of the most difficult things that I have chosen to do in my life. But the Bible tells us that. This is why we have the Bible. So we can know what Christ went through. And know if we're going to follow after Him, we're going to go through those same things too. But He has the ultimate gift. Because He gets to judge us all in the end. And He knew this. He chose to go through what He went through for us, for humanity. He suffered. He suffered really bad. And that's why it seems like a lot of us are. It seems like we're just going through it. We're never going to be on top. We're never going to have anything. It's not true. You have to find out what it is the Lord is asking of you. Most of the time, we can't even handle the blessings that we're asking for. We're not ready for them. So what is a little time to prepare? You don't want Him to give you things and then you lose it. You squander the blessings. And stop worrying about everything of this world. Children of God, we are called to be separated and to come out of the world. That means stop worshiping all of this crazy stuff. Stop doing unholy things that's not of God and that's hurting you, your own self, your own body, your own mind, your spirit, your soul. You're hurting yourself. You're constantly worried about things that can be taken away at any given moment. You're going around bothering other people. You're picking with other people that's not bothering you. Not knowing there are people out here going through so much stuff. We're supposed to be out here lifting each other up. You know, just like going to church yesterday. I had such a good time. It was such a good service. But today, I got to sit and talk with First Lady and one of her grandsons. And I just was speaking on how I just wish some of the women that came in that church, the way they were dressed. And it's not to judge anybody. These are not people that just walked in off the street. These are people that are sitting in that church every Sunday. God has not convicted you yet to come in here dressed like you have some kind of dignity about yourself. You have your whole behind hanging out, breasts hanging out. Are you going there to learn, or are you going there fishing for a man? This is supposed to be a place of God. Holy, a sanctuary. God even had Moses take his shoes off in the dirt. He said, remove your shoes. This is holy ground you're stepping on. And that was dirt. He wasn't even inside of a house, a building. He was outside. But that space was still holy. Fruits without work means something. If you're learning from the Bible, you have to exhibit what you learn. You don't learn stuff just to hold it in your head. You're supposed to apply those things to your life. If you have respect for the Lord in his house, why would you come there with all your assets hanging out? And then we don't want to take responsibility. We don't want to be told anything. This generation don't want to be told nothing. And it's like, God, how do you want me to speak to your people? Are these people going to receive the truth when you say in the Bible? These people not going to have love for God. So they're not going to respect them. But child of God, if he has called you to talk to people, you can't worry about that. You have to worry about the ones he know you are sent to reach. They're going to hear you and they're going to understand. So I say this today. You got to keep going. Despite whatever anybody says about you, whatever anybody tries to do to stop you, you have to keep going. People think God will just grant you anything you want. It doesn't work like that. We are servants of the Lord, so we have to do what it is he wants us to do. And we agreed. I have no problem with that. Because the Lord he never stirred me wrong. I can't talk tonight, Lord. I don't know if the enemy don't want me to get this out, but the flesh don't want me to get it out because my words are just coming out like gibberish. Please forgive me. But I just pray the right person sees this and it helps them. You have to keep going despite all the obstacles. You have to keep going. There's always going to be somebody that wants to kick you when you're down. Life is all about how you get back up. The righteous man, we just keep on falling, but we gonna always get back up. So remember that, child of God. Nothing can hold you down unless you let it. Get into your Bible. Pray. Build a relationship with the Father, a real relationship. Not religion, a real relationship, like you have relationships in reality with human beings. That's what it's about. Having a relationship with God, the God of the Bible. And just like the people of the Bible, he will bring you out of it. And you will be brand new. I can't wait to see the day. But I'm enjoying the journeys. The highs, the lows, the ups, the downs, the goods, the bads. I'm taking it all in. Because you know what? all things work out for the good of those who love the Lord. Good night, y'all.